All right. So today I've got Jax with me, who is the owner of Pristine Auto Lab in Vegas, Las Vegas, Nevada. Am I correct? Pristine Auto Lab, right?
That's
You
correct.
have
Yes.
a full detailing shop out there in that extreme heat. I can't wait to talk to you about what that's like because I can't imagine working that hard in Las Vegas weather. And also, we're going to talk to you about a recent trip that you went on to South Korea, where
Yeah.
you visited the Katsuba and Luminous facilities. I'm really excited to talk to you about that. So let's go ahead and just get going with, some conversation. I really like to learn, about my guests and, where they're from and who they're about. So let's hear it, Jax. Who are you outside of detailing? We'll get to the detailing stuff later, but who are you before detailing?
Okay. Well, before I begin, I don't own a shop. I'm mobile, and then I have a garage studio. But we'll talk
Oh,
about
okay. Okay.
it.
Okay. Good. Thank you for correcting me. So we'll get
But
okay.
outside of being a family member, a husband, and a father of two beautiful kids,
Mhm.
I'm a person who loves to eat and
Ah,
music.
I love it.
I love. I grew up in the hospitality industry. I worked a lot of my years in the hospitality industry, specifically food and beverage. I
Okay.
think that explains why I am in Las Vegas, right, with all these hotels and casinos.
That makes sense.
Um, Music also has been part of my life. I don't know if you watched my videos, Christy, but sometimes I like to throw a old record here and there in the
Yes.
mix,
Yes. I
put
have
some
seen.
music because I feel like music brings happiness. So, and ironically, I love the ocean, and I live in the desert.
And you live in the desert. That is ironic.
Currently, I live in the desert, but yeah, I'm a person who enjoys a life very simply. As long as my tummy is full and
Yep.
I'm listening to good music, if on a beach somewhere, I'm
Yes.
happy.
There you go. I love it. Now, you're not from Vegas. Where are you from?
Well, that might shock a lot of people. I'm actually not from the United States. I was
Okay.
born and raised not in Asia.
Oh,
I was
okay.
born and raised in Brazil.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yes, I'm Brazilian. So, oh,
Really?
what? Yeah,
I did not
yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah. I was born and raised in Brazil. I actually moved to the United States at the age of 30. So
Okay.
yeah. So most of my life, I lived in Brazil. My primary language, my first language is Portuguese, and
Oh.
yeah, that's why I can speak a little bit of Spanish. So I saw your last name is
Torres.
Spanish.
Torres, yeah.
Torres.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Torres.
Yes.
Señora, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo
Uh-huh.
bien?
Muy bien.
Do you speak
Yeah,
Spanish?
you know what? I don't.
Mhm.
When my dad is from Mexico. He came here when he was 2 years old. My
Uh,
grandparents, my grandma spoke no English. In fact, she refused to speak English. She was
mhm.
kind of, hardened like that. But
Very good.
my grandfather,
Mhm.
spoke fluent English.
Mhm.
But in their home, it was all Spanish, and so I could speak Spanish when I was younger. I
Okay.
could I could communicate with my grandparents.
Mhm.
But once they passed away, I no longer spoke it. My dad is the only one out of the family who married a Caucasian woman.
Ah,
So
ah,
my sister and we were the only home that didn't have Spanish speaking parents. My dad didn't speak
really.
with my mom.
Uh-huh.
So
So
I,
you are a third generation?
yes.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So,
yeah. So I grew up in Brazil, and then I moved to the U.S. The first place I lived for 10 years was New York City.
wow, you lived in New York.
I lived in the city, yes, right
Okay.
in Manhattan.
Wow.
So for 10 years, I didn't have a car.
Okay. You
Uh,
rode a bicycle?
I actually
Oh,
had a
wow.
motorcycle eventually
Okay. Okay.
because I couldn't just deal with having to use buses and subways anymore. I needed to be myself myself, because in Brazil, growing up, I started driving when I was 14 legally.
Yeah. Oh, is it legal at 14?
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, wow.
No, it was not legal.
Oh, not legal. Oh,
Illegally, yes.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. You're a rebel.
yeah. Well, it all comes from my father. It all comes from my
Okay.
father. Yeah.
Okay.
He loved cars. He was an auto enthusiast. By the way, he's right here.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I know we will get to this, but I have a feeling it's starting to make a little sense. If he's a
Mhm.
car enthusiast, why maybe you are now in the detailing industry?
Yeah,
Is there a connection? Okay.
yeah, a
Before-
huge connection.
Huge
Yeah.
connection. So before we get there, I'm just very curious.
Uh-huh.
From Brazil to New York City, was that a culture shock? Was that
Oh, completely.
a rough transition? Because I'm thinking like, wow, that's
It was a real rough transition. Yeah. And then coming from where I was, moving to new beginnings was also a real challenge. Yeah. And by myself, because none of my family members moved to the US. I moved by myself.
May I ask what prompted your move?
Ooh.
You don't have to answer that. That wasn't in the outline, so I'm sorry. But
Yeah.
really,
It's a very rough one.
okay, we won't
Yeah,
go
it's not
there.
a
We won't go there.
it's not something that it will probably take us a few hours
Okay.
to talk about this.
Maybe part
Okay.
two.
But it was a traumatic experience I had,
Okay.
which
All right.
led me to decide to move out of Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go from New York City, then how do you get to Vegas?
So I first moved to New York City because I had some relatives on the East Coast, like cousins. I had a cousin of mine who ran a Brazilian restaurant, still runs one.
Oh, wow.
I have cousins in the fashion industry. So I decided to go to New York because they could help me with opportunities,
Yeah.
So back in Brazil, I've always been a business owner. So
Okay.
back in Brazil, I had a restaurant.
Okay.
Like I was telling you, my passion is food, and yeah. So my passion led me to open a restaurant eventually at some point in my life. But fast forward, so then that's why I went to New York, worked with them, and hospitality here in Las Vegas is pretty huge, right?
Mm.
So I had an opportunity to come here, do something else. At that time, I was working in property management. Don't ask me how I landed on that industry, but long story short, that opportunity translated to me being in Vegas initially.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I had actually two options back then to either move to Las Vegas or Florida.
Mm.
I love the ocean, and I really wanted to go to Florida at first, but
Yeah.
the cost of living here at that time really sounded appealing to me.
Mm.
I felt like moving here, making almost the same amount of money that I was making in New York would give me the opportunity to be able to save money.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why I chose Vegas. Yeah.
Okay. So you're in the food industry moving to Vegas. So let's talk about then Pristine Auto Lab. Where is you mentioned your dad and having that passion for cars.
Uh-huh.
So how does Pristine Auto Lab begin then in Vegas?
Pandemic.
Oh, okay.
As we were talking before we started the podcast,
Yeah.
pandemic was what actually led me to be interested, because I always had this passion for cars because of my father. My father was a racer,
Oh, okay.
enthusiast. So growing up, I remember my dad spending hours and hours in his garage working on his engine, painting his car for the race, getting it ready. So I always had that in my memory, and I always enjoyed. I like everything that has engine or smells gasoline or oil.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So during the pandemic, everything got shut down. Hospitality was gone. Restaurants gone. I think the businesses that suffered the most were restaurants.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, I was at home most of the time. I had my first son. He was a little boy, 2 years old. and I just didn't know what to do. So I started watching YouTube, and I really started to become fascinated with the detailing industry because I always enjoyed clean cars. I'm also a little bit of an OCD, I guess.
Okay.
I guess detailers have always a little bit of
A little
OCD,
bit.
right?
Yeah. I agree.
So yeah, that's how I became interested, but didn't pull the trigger. During the pandemic, I just watched videos, learned. Um, I think one of the guys that I really enjoyed watching was Larry at the time from MO New York City. Yeah, really
Mhm.
enjoyed watching him. And that's how that was the beginning of the Pristine Auto Lab story.
Okay.
But starting the business came later on. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm thinking back to SEMA.
Mhm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was you were standing. Was it you standing and talking to Larry Kusila, and then I came by and totally fanboyed on him? Was that you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was.
Oh,
Yeah, yes, that's right. But you didn't interrupt anything. I was just about to be finished with him. I just came to him and say, "Hey, man, I'm a huge fan of yours." He's a busy guy, right?
the minute you said that, I just got a complete flashback. I'm a little embarrassed right now because I just thought to myself, oh my God, it was you were the one who was talking to him. And I totally walked by and just fanboyed. It was just like, oh my God.
Yes, Larry's here. Right.
Nice
Oh,
to
well, I
meet
did
you.
the same. I did the same to him. I fanboyed him. I was like, man, oh my God.
He was kind of like, I popped out of nowhere. But the minute I saw him, I like beelined it because I'm like, I've got to at least say hi and introduce myself. That is so funny.
Yeah. And I go to SEMAS every year since I actually moved to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Because I live here.
Yeah.
And every single year I see him. He comes every year.
Yeah, what a treat.
But this last year, 2025, was the first time that I actually decided to just approach him.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like, oh man, I don't know if these guys want to be bothered, like I just admired the guys from the distance,
Yeah.
Like, hey, man.
Yeah.
But this time I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it, man. And he was super nice. He was super.
He seemed friendly.
Yeah, friendly and took a picture together. So
that's awesome.
I wasn't able to do an interview with him, but
yeah, but you got a picture. That works.
Yes.
So Pristine Auto Lab is born. So, and I apologize again. I was thinking you were a brick and mortar. So you are a mobile detailing business.
Yes. Well, Pristine Auto Lab was born after the pandemic. I went back to hospitality, worked a little while, but then I was just tired of working with narcissists, con artists, whatever. I was just thinking,
you name it. Yeah.
And back in Brazil, I always did my own thing. I always ran my own businesses. So for the 20 years that I've been here, now you know my age, I worked for others. But then I just got tired and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger and then start Pristine Auto Lab. So Pristine Auto Lab happened about 3 years ago.
Okay.
2022. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A little post after the pandemic. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I started as mobile. But now I do both. I have mobile and then I have my studio, my garage.
Okay. So out of your garage.
Out of my garage, not front, not like a storefront.
Not a shop. Brick and mortar, but your garage. I mean.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. It's still a shop in every sense of the word. I mean, it's your place of work. How is that going? So how long were you mobile detailing before you decided to open up your garage to customers?
The first year I dedicated exclusively on doing mobile. And after that, I started to transition on doing mobile and my garage. And because I wanted to specialize on something. I wanted not just to wash cars. When you're doing mobile, getting more like comprehensive jobs, like for example, paint correction, ceramic coating jobs, is really here in Las Vegas. I don't know in California. I know California has a
Yeah.
massive industry, right?
Massive.
Yeah, but here in Las Vegas, I feel like it's kind of difficult, especially during the summer.
Oh.
It's so brutal, and your pink correction at 120 degrees weather with no shades at all. That's
Yeah, I can't imagine.
impossible.
Yeah.
Ceramic coating becomes impossible. So I wanted to specialize on something, and I always had this thing for ceramic coatings. I really like, I enjoy like the performance, the look, the results it gave. So, and pink correction. So I'm sorry, I keep going back and forth.
No, you're fine. No,
Before
absolutely.
I started the business, I actually took a course. I did training. I didn't learn everything from YouTube only. I took a course, and one of the courses included a pink correction program. So I really enjoyed when I took the course, the part of the program. So I was like, oh, this is something I probably would enjoy, like looking at the results. And then that's how I started working in the garage. I started to deviate my attention from just being mobile to offering more comprehensive type of work. Yeah.
That makes sense. And I hope your garage was there a cooler in it? Is it?
No air conditioner. No air conditioning.
A cover over you or
Yeah. It feels luxury when I'm working from a garage, even if there's no air conditioning, because from mobile, I was wearing like all those huge landscaper hats, to get through the day.
Yeah.
Drinking a lot of water and electrolytes all day. But in my garage, at least, if I'm thirsty, I just open the door and here's my kitchen.
Yeah. So what was the hardest part about you jumping ship? Because you literally went from like one career to a whole new career, and there's not much connection except for your I guess there is a connection because you're still servicing people.
Yes.
So the people is still the connection, but you have food and detailing. What was that transition like? And do you recommend people jumping ship like that?
Well, as far as you're following your passion, yeah, why not? Take a chance. Follow your instincts. I jumping from food and doing what I do today, I don't think it was too difficult for me.
No,
because throughout my life, I always enjoyed cars. I did detailing when I was in Brazil for my own vehicles. In New York, I didn't have a car. All I had was a motorcycle. So I did detail my motorcycle from videos I watched from Larry. I always enjoyed it. And then when I moved to Las Vegas, I bought a car again, and then I started detailing my own vehicle. So I don't, and I feel like I have these. I'm a DIYer. I feel like sometimes, like I like to experiment and try new things and learn from it. So it was not that difficult. The connection with hospitality and the industry that I'm at right now, I feel like is customer service.
That's service, yeah.
Yeah, customer service. I think I have that nailed somehow. I'm good at customer service.
You are. You're very personable. I see that already. And even when I met you in SEMA, you're a very personable person. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I guess hospitality taught me a lot. Especially I was in management, so I had to be the face of the restaurant. I always worked in fine dining. So, you have to cater to the most demanding people that are spending like, $80 on a piece of 2-ounce steak, so, yeah. So I learned a lot from it. And I really enjoyed actually working with this kind of people, like people that really enjoys refinements, That's why I was like, I think Pico ceramic coating is what I really wanted to do. You know,
Yeah.
first year doing mobile detailing was fun, was a great learning curve, but because of the weather and because of uh, you have to be more focused on volume. Was like, and my age now, you know, I was like, maybe I should start looking at different things.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm not going to do mobile in the future. Of course, when I expand, ideally, I would like to have employees taking care of that part of the business, and I'll be more on operations and back of the house. Things
So
like
you do plan on expanding Pristine Auto Lab in the future?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I have to. I have two boys that eat well.
They got that from their dad, maybe the love of food.
Yeah, right. They got the blood from dad. You know.
There you go. So,
So
what is
yeah.
your vision then? What is your vision for your company? What are you looking to
Mhm.
accomplish in the future?
I have a lot of things planned. Actually, I made this plan before I even started this business. If
Okay.
you think about the name of my company, Pristine Auto, and there's the lab at the end.
Okay.
The lab is for me is where new things gets created, where the magic happens, uh, and that's why I was like, I want to do this, but then I want to do that. After that, expand to that and that and that. So I started as mobile with a plan of eventually expanding into a shop, having employees, but then also I want to build a brand. I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be with chemicals or I don't know. So I there's some stuff
Yeah. Yeah.
happening in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah. You have big plans, it seems like.
Yeah, I have some connections I've made during my trip to Korea, and where I'm trying to see if I can do some collaborations here and there.
Okay.
But yeah, ultimately, I want to be able to present what it's good out there to our community.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if I have the chance to do that, that's what I want to do.
That's awesome. Now, you just mentioned Korea, which is a perfect segue into this next part of the conversation, which I've been so excited. I mean, I've been excited to talk to you just in general, Jackson.
Oh, you're
But
such a sweetheart, Christy.
thank
You
you.
know, no, really. Oh my God. I just love your demeanor. You watching you on your podcast. I think the detailing community would agree with me, right, guys? She's incredible. She's such a sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart.
Thank
Really.
you. I really
I
appreciate
feel, I really feel like I was nervous coming into this because, like I said before, I never had done a podcast or anything of that kind.
that.
Nobody
Yeah.
ever really, in the longest time, wanted to interview me, know more about me. And the fact that, by the way, you guys are interested in learning and knowing more about me,
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. So yeah.
Oh, no, thank you. No, I'm having so much fun. I mean, the minute you said you're Brazilian blew my mind, or that you
Oh
grew
yeah.
up I love learning about people. I think that's the coolest thing about this industry is, yes, we all love, detailing cars. We all love washing cars. We all, yes, have a little bit of OCD or ADHD or whatever you want to call it, but we all have stories and we all come from different places and
Yeah.
have gotten here in different ways. And I just think it's so cool to learn about, who people are outside of detailing. So
Yeah.
it's fun.
I used to be a DJ as well.
Oh, really?
I used to
Huh?
party crazy. I used to love partying.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I would have never, but you did say you love food and music.
Music. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. That is so funny. So you have a huge collection then of records, I'm guessing, and
Oh,
different.
I have a storage place full of vinyl records that
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah. One day I don't know. I'm trying to share a little bit here and there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lately,
Yes.
on my videos. I'm trying to share my passion with
Yeah.
everybody, which is detailing of course, I love where I'm at right now. I absolutely love. I think the best decision I made in my life was um, having the courage to go back to what I used to be,
Mm,
which is the young, driven, entrepreneurial,
mm.
go-getter. And I feel like the detailing industry is kind of like bringing that back. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I want to share with the community my passion, my love. So detailing, of course, and if I can introduce music and eventually food,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I was just going to say, you have to do a little cooking. Are you a cook? So are
Oh,
you?
I love cooking. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Brazilian barbecue. I actually hosted. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you're gonna ask me this later on, but I actually hosted a barbecue during SEMA week to the Korean
Thank
crew.
you. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll have to talk about that. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, okay,
Okay. We'll get there. Um,
okay.
okay. I love it. So let's get right into Korea then. So you took a trip this summer to
Yes,
South Korea.
yes.
What inspired you to take that trip? Did you take that trip just to go to Katiba and Luminous facilities, or was this already a trip planned and you thought I might as well stop while I'm there? Talk to me about how that all evolved.
Okay, so two things. First, uh, since I'm a Vegas local, every year I go to SEMA. I visit a bunch of booths,
Okay.
and there's a lot of Korean companies that comes to SEMA every year. People will be surprised sometimes, because okay, the Asian stereotype, right? We're all the same. But we're not. But there's a lot of Korean companies that come
Okay.
to SEMA, and I always connect with them somehow, like business card, maybe in the future, who knows, blah blah blah. And then last year, we decided to make a trip to Korea because I'm married to a Korean woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's from Korea, and her relatives are in Korea.
Okay.
And she hasn't been back to Korea in almost 10 years.
Oh,
And my kids never met their grandparents.
mhm.
So I was like, let's see if I can make this work out. I started emailing a bunch of people that I've connected during my visits at SEMA throughout the years.
Oh, okay.
And then some of them responded, some of them no, of course, because some of them, who's this guy? YouTube? What? 200 subscriber? Yeah,
I
right?
know.
Yeah. But some people responded, and then Katiba did respond to me. Luminous did respond to me.
Wow.
Carton responded. Some other companies responded to me, and then that's when I said to my wife, I think we have an opportunity here because I couldn't afford to just go to Korea on a family trip and not make any money. Or
Yeah.
I didn't make any money, but not make anything.
Connections.
Business related connections.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how everything evolved. We combined the business trip with a family trip. So I went there. I was in Korea for more than 30 days, 35 days.
Wow.
Yeah. I spent half of the time visiting all these companies, and the other half spent it with my family.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Were
it
you
was
close
incredible.
to
Hmm?
these facilities? Were you close to these facilities from wherever your wife's
Mm,
family was, or did you have to travel quite a bit to get there?
I had to travel quite a bit, but here's the thing: the whole South Korea. To give you a perspective, the state of Nevada, where I
Okay.
live, is 3 times bigger the entire South Korea country.
Mhm.
The entire country. So you can go from north to the south of the country driving, if there's no traffic, in like less than 5 to 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
That's how small it is.
Wow.
So the travel time usually is long because of the traffic.
Yeah.
So everything's so condensed, and there's traffic everywhere, especially if you're on Seoul. But yeah, traveling was okay, but I had to travel. Yeah, I was in the countryside where my mother-in-law resides. Uh, but two facilities were very close to that. Luminous, no, Katiba. Well, Katiba was just 30 minutes away from my
Wow.
in-laws' house. Yeah,
Okay.
Katiba's headquarters, and then Luminous was just an hour away, and then some other companies. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
which isn't that far when
No,
you
not at all.
think about
Yeah,
it.
not
Yeah.
at all. Not at all.
So,
And the funny thing is that I connected with them before I go to Korea. But then once I went to Korea, the first facility I visited was Katiba's facility. And
mm,
that's when I really got to meet Kang, the owner of the
yeah.
company. Um, and he actually was so nice to me. He was so kind to me that he kind of offered to tag along. I was like, I have to, anyways, visit all my fellow friends. I can help you out by, setting up all the dates and appointments, and then we can all go together. And that's how everything evolved.
Wow.
Yeah,
How amazing.
it was incredible. It was incredible. What actually fascinated me the most was how they are open to getting to know you,
Mm,
not from the outside. Because a lot of them will look at my social media, know that I am new in the business, in the industry, like at 3 years in the industry only,
yeah.
officially as a company, um, and then they wouldn't be very very excited about it, right? Especially these huge companies, they have so much on their plate, they're so
Yeah.
busy, but they gave me the chance to explain myself, to introduce myself, and they are so open-minded. They were like, of course, sure, come, we'll
Wow.
open my doors to you. Yeah.
Yeah. They seemed meeting them at SEMA. I mean, I will admit I didn't talk to them too much. I mean, there was always such, Katiba especially. So they had such an entourage and they were just like, go, go, go. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but when I did get the chance to, kind of converse a little bit, they seemed like just such pleasant humans. I mean, they were
yeah,
such nice people.
yeah. Some,
Um,
yeah, yeah. There are a lot of nice people
Luminous too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Katiba is always very busy because he not only run the Katiba business, but he also is a YouTuber.
yeah, you can tell with his entourage. I mean,
Yeah.
he's like video
Filming all day,
every
creating content.
second you turn around and he had a camera in his face and man, he was on it. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it was impressive. It was quite impressive,
Yeah,
really.
like a real celebrity, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think it was Eddie or I don't know how. I mean, I was like, this is insane. Like this is like they're like famous, or like they're a real sensation in Korea. And I think I've heard that in the detailing scene anyway. That I mean, he is well known.
Yeah,
Is that correct? In
yeah,
Korea.
yeah.
So walking into you said you went to Katiba first.
Right.
Walking into, I mean, we can kind of go back and forth between Katiba and Luminous. What was walking into their facilities like? I mean, what was your first impression, walking in and what did you see? And was it anything you expected or was it completely, just kind of a blow my mind type of, situation?
It was a blow my mind type of thing because, like I said before, right? Korea, the state of Nevada is 3 times bigger than Korea. So everything's so condensed, so small that before I visited them, I had this vision in my mind. Okay, I'm gonna walk to their facility. Probably everything is going to be very small, very condensed. Like the, many different departments connected all together. A desk with 10 people. Their facilities were pretty large. I felt like, yeah, for if you look at the country size ratio,
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
like here, our country is humongous, right? But if you walk into, like, for example, Cerakote facility, you see that like a big industrial complex. Makes sense, right? But in Korea, it's like real estate so small there that I was like shocked with it. But I think what really shook me was how big their marketing team is.
Mm.
Their marketing team is just ridiculous. Like they have in one of the companies I visited, easily just on their marketing department, 30 people working on
Wow.
marketing. Each one of them with one computer. And during my interview with Katiba, he told me there was a point in the business that I was producing between videos and ads, 100 a week.
Wow.
Yeah. So that really shocked me. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's some dedication, right?
That's some dedication, and the competition there is, like it's rough.
So are Luminous and Katiba, would you say, in fierce competition with one another?
Well, at the end of the day, they are competitors. I would say all of them, right?
Yeah.
They're competing for their own space, but it's a healthy competition. I would say.
I like
they
that.
don't hurt each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes I guess I'm trying your product. I feel like your product is not as good. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm gonna be very straightforward.
Yeah. Respectfully.
Respectfully, exactly. Not trying to bring anybody down.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna win by bringing you down. No.
Yeah.
I feel like respectfully. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the exact word. I feel like they are competitors. They're fighting for their own space, but it's incredible. It's just incredible. Like the volume, and we're gonna talk about, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess we can let's just go right into that. I know you had said that you had seen some products or some actual production of
I did.
chemicals. Can we talk about that and what that was like? And I don't know if you can, you can name the chemical or just kind of give me that experience, because I'm interested in what that looks like.
I can tell you the products that I saw being produced. As far as I remember, I think I saw an arrow remover being produced. I'm gonna share the products, but I'm not gonna tell the name of the company.
No, that's okay.
That's okay with you. I saw the production of water spots remover. I saw a production of some sealant.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think SiO2 based sealant. And in the production line, I think what really shocked me the most was something that they do with the raw material that I cannot disclose.
Okay.
It's something that I never imagined and never thought that would be something that people would do with the raw material. So yeah, it was pretty eye-opening.
Yeah.
It really, like, the main reason why I decided to visit this Korea. Did I explain that to you already?
You talked about the fact that your wife hadn't visited her family, and
but the main reason why I decided to visit is because I was so intrigued and fascinated with how Korean brands are becoming so popular worldwide.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I need to figure out what's going on. And then when I visited these facilities, I saw some of the things that they were doing. I was like,
makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So they have a lot of opportunity to advance in technology, because I feel like they can do with less money. Their R&D process requires a lot less investment than an R&D process of an American company, I feel like.
Okay.
That's why they're always working on new
innovating
and learning and testing, and so I saw how they perform some of the tests, and was like, wow.
Korea, just thinking Asia in general, like their technology just seems, obviously, right, so much more advanced maybe than, it always seems like they're doing it before we are, if that makes sense. Do you feel like that was the way of it? Is their technology, I just imagine their technology being off the wall.
I feel like
I don't know what I imagine, but I just imagine their technology be so far greater than ours. Is that what you experienced?
I would say a little bit differently. I feel like their technology I think we have the best
I know you do
technology.
too. Yeah.
Yes, but I think they they are capable of improving
Mm,
more easily than us,
okay.
because the cost of them being able to do developments and the R&D process
Like you were saying. Yeah.
are way lower than what it would cost for us. Like a company here, they want to launch a brand, right? You have to have, if you want to launch a full lineup of products, you have to at least start with some sort of like seven figures, right?
Yeah.
If you're making products, branding, and all that stuff. I feel like in Korea, even though we still dominate in the talk. Well, I don't know if we dominate.
I know. I guess that's an assumption still to say that,
Yeah,
who dominates more in the technology. I
yeah,
really don't know. And that might have been, a wrong assumption or assertion. But
yeah.
I
And
mean,
if you think of China, right, you see all these crazy stuff coming up from
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So it's hard to say.
Was their facility, was it more automated or are they more hands-on?
Automated, because
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think they could handle hands-on with the type of volume they have.
Okay.
Which is another thing that really shocked me. Like they distribute to several countries. The entire Asia is no-brainer. Like Katiba, I think I don't know if there's a country in Asia that they don't have their
Doesn't have
brand.
it. Yeah.
They're all over Asia, and then there's some countries in Europe as well. But yeah, the volume is incredible, incredible. And some companies actually they also produce products not only for car care. Like they do
Yeah. Like household and
household and stuff because you're already there, right? Might as well, right?
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So again, I was saying, I met both companies at SEMA and they are amazing people, but what was it like hanging out with them? Because I mean, you've already said you really got some super cool treatment by him, just right, taking you under his wing, it seems, in Korea, and then you hung out with them in SEMA. What was that experience like?
Yeah, when I was in Korea, we only did business. We didn't even get the chance to.
Okay, so no dinners, no drinks, no.
No, nothing. We had lunch breaks where we, between because we visited more than one facility a day. So between one facility to the other, we would have a lunch break and then, brainstorm, talk about life, and talk about non-related auto detailing industry stuff.
Yeah.
But we really got to hang out here at SEMA, during SEMA, where I decided to host a barbecue for them in order to say thank you for everything, that they did.
Yeah.
Helping me out, opening the doors and all that. And it was, when I was in Korea, when I was not doing the business side of Korea, hanging out with my family, I've learned something. Koreans are heavy drinkers.
Oh, Eddie can tell you this. Eddie and Jamie can tell you this.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Actually, in one of during SEMA week, there was a dinner. I'll remember. We went to Buffalo Wings
Uh-huh.
for a dinner. And Eddie was there. Jamie was there, and all the Korean crew and. And they started to have Eddie start drinking, so doing shots.
Shots, yes. He said like they couldn't even talk business before he was taking shots, and he was like, and before I know it, he's like, I couldn't even sign my name,
Right. Yeah, so Koreans are heavy drinkers. So here I hosted a barbecue. It was the night, the day after the last day of SEMA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was the day that finally we were able to relax and unwind. And then what happened? We ended up drinking crazy amounts of whiskey and everything.
Oh goodness.
We even got into an argument.
Oh, no. About what?
But about business, but it was a healthy argument, like a sincere argument. Like a people who cares about argument,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was fun. Uh,
Did they like your food?
oh, they loved it. I make Brazilian barbecue.
Barbecue, yeah,
Yeah.
so
I don't
good.
know if you've ever been to one of those churrascarias, Brazilian barbecue, that they come with all kinds of.
I have one time, but it's been many years,
Yeah, yeah. So
and I'll be
I did
honest,
that kind of.
I don't really remember. Sorry.
One day I'll take you. One day I'll invite you. How about
Okay,
that?
thank you. Good.
Next year, if you come to Vegas for
Yes,
SEMA,
hopefully.
maybe we can organize something with Thor.
Yeah, that would be
With the
great.
Thor crew. Yeah,
That would be
nice.
great.
It'll be nice. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't mean to backtrack, but I want to backtrack just a little bit because I know we've talked a lot about Katiba, but you also visited Luminous. So
Oh yes.
was their facility, and again, I'm not asking for complete specifics, so, things that you can't speak of, but was their facility a lot like Katiba's? Was there any differences? Was there anything with Luminous that you found more or less interesting, or what was that, transition like, going from two different businesses who are obviously in healthy competition, but
Mhm, mhm.
still in competition nonetheless?
With Katiba was actually different because the production that I saw was not at Katiba. I didn't see the production on anything
Oh, okay.
at
So,
Katiba headquarters. Katiba headquarters, I visited their distribution center.
okay.
Yes, it's where they do the distribution, their management facility, their how do you call the marketing department.
Okay.
And then we went to do a car wash together and
Oh,
film
okay.
content for his channel.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, with Luminous, I saw the production of
The
all some of the products, and
Okay.
then we visited the warehouse. I saw the distribution center. They have an in-house studio, a detailing studio, where they shoot their promo, their videos, and
This
then
is Luminous.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then that was the first time that I used their wax.
Mm.
You know the wax? I don't know. Is the House of Rags importing their wax?
I don't think that the wax is online. However, I did get their wax at SEMA. However, I sold it to Greg. Greg was really interested in it. So,
The one with the acrylic.
yes.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I used that product. It was incredible. It was such a nice experience. So
Yeah.
it was fun with Luminous. Yeah, they have a massive warehouses, not massive but big warehouses. It's like production in and out, in and out. They're just moving, constantly moving.
Yeah. Between Katiba and Luminous, I do have Katiba products, but I am more familiar at this point with Luminous.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't used as many Katiba as I have Luminous. And I have to tell you, not that I'm not impressed by Katiba and what I've used, but Luminous is insane.
Yes, they have an incredible lineup.
Incredible.
Incredible lineup.
There has not been anything that I have tried that I have not just been like, whoa.
Man, right? Nothing.
No,
Yeah.
man. Except I am not, and I know everybody gives me such a hard time for this, I am not a fan. The mint soap is amazing. It works well. I am just not a huge fan of a mint smell. So people give me such a hard time about that.
Honest, the mint shampoo, I like it, but it doesn't create a lot of suds.
There's not a lot of foam, no.
Yeah,
but it cleans well.
But yes, it cleans well, and it's good lubrication.
Good lubrication. The rinse off is nice. It just, again, it's just personal preference, to me, my nose. But it's a good soap. I just am not crazy about the smell, and smells are a big deal to me. So it's not like it's, a bad product. I just prefer other scents to that, I guess. But their products are amazing. I can't imagine what it would be like to actually see some of those products in production. So that is just amazing to me that you were able to experience that.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And the CEO, one of them, they are friends from high school. And
wow!
They started this business together. And one of the CEOs was telling me, like, we never opened our doors like this, the way we're doing for you. So I was so honored
Uh-huh.
So Walter was like, why me? I only have, I don't know, 500 subscribers. My
Hey,
business is only 3 years old. I don't know. We felt like we could trust you. So I was really, really honored. Yeah.
that is an honor.
I have
And I
only
told you,
good
you're a
memories
great
about that
human.
trip. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. So your wife or kids didn't go with you to this, your business was just,
No, my business trip. The Katiba facility, my wife came with me
oh,
because
okay.
I told her, let's leave the kids with the grandparents. I need you to come with, because it was the first facility I visited.
Mm.
So I was nervous about driving by myself because navigation system in Korea, if you type in English, a lot of the times it won't recognize the address.
Oh,
So I
okay.
was like, you gotta come with me on this first one because also I'm gonna need help with translation. Even though
Mm.
my wife is not fully fluent in English, but she understands way better than I understand Korean. She
Yeah.
understands English way better, so she would be able to help. So yeah, but everything was solo by myself. It was like business is business, like
Yeah. Yeah.
your own business.
And you speak Korean, correct?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you don't at all. I thought you did a little bit. Not at all.
Very little, like the essential.
Okay.
Like, hello, I'm hungry, goodbye. And where is the bathroom?
Yeah. So was that hard then as well? Just the whole translation?
It was
You were
rough.
with them?
It was rough. Well, some of them, like for example, Luminous CEO, he spoke English.
Okay.
Other companies had their own translator, or
Mm.
they hired a translator for the interview. Uh, and some of the stuff I just translated later on with my wife during editing. Like I would just understand the what I needed to understand at that time,
Yeah.
at that point, and then like all the details, I would have my wife help me with the translation. But yeah, I don't know how to read at all. I can't read
Okay.
at all. So I'm Brazilian. I'm not Korean.
You're not Korean. I just figured maybe because your wife is Korean, I didn't know if
Yeah.
you
I
spoke
like
it.
samba.
Sit at
Yeah.
home. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You also visited Carton as
Yes.
well. And
Yes.
now, am I free to say that you are carrying?
Let's wait.
No. Okay.
Things are in the works. Yeah.
We don't know yet, but
Yeah.
you were able to also visit Carton facilities as well. Was that a fun experience?
It was incredible. Yeah.
Okay.
I got to see he went in deep into how he developed his product.
Mm.
That's why it got me to trust, the product, because I first saw Carton in 2023.
Okay.
He also comes every year to SEMA.
Uma.
Always, very little, tiny booth. Like those aisles. I don't know if you had the chance. Was this
Yeah, I
the
went-
first year you visited?
This was the first year. So I went to, they were not far from Thor, the expo.
But this time they had a big booth.
Oh, yeah. Was it
This
bigger
time
than?
they have, but usually their booth are the tiny little ones that those aisles with a bunch of tiny little
Yeah.
booths.
Like where Car was?
The whole China is lined up, one next to each other. So
Yeah.
that's how they used to have their booth.
Okay.
And then into 2023, I visited them, saw a sample, tested, didn't buy it because I wasn't feeling too confident. In 2024, then I saw the improvements. I was like, oh, huge improvement. And
Okay.
then last year, I contacted him. I said, hey, can I come? I'm so and so. He opens his door. I saw the product. He went through the entire R&D process, the evolution of each of their product, how he developed every single one of them. And I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. I really enjoyed it,
Yeah.
And the concept, like I felt like we needed to have something like that here.
Okay.
We're used to all this pressurized foamers, which are great, incredible products, right? We love them. I love them. But I felt like we needed something different, something that has features that are not available on other products that we are used to using here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I decided to really expose them. I was like, I need you guys. I need you. So we're in the works. It's going to happen. But
To stay tuned. We'll see.
stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we have been on for almost an hour, which is amazing. This has been such a pleasant experience speaking with you and just learning more about you. So let me close it up with just a few questions, if you will.
Okay.
What, if you had to start over tomorrow, would you do anything differently? Would you start detailing sooner? Would you have opened a business sooner? Would you have changed the way that things have panned out for you?
Because I've learned about how my industry here in Vegas works now, the answer becomes easier. Probably I would have started with a shop, not as mobile. But you never know until you try, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess I would have, if I knew what I know now,
Yeah.
but since I didn't know nothing about the auto detailing industry, I don't feel like I would have changed much. I would definitely probably have invested more on advertisement, which is where my weakness is. I'm not that big. I don't really know much about SEO, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm learning now with my channel. The channel has been a good school for me when it comes to marketing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So probably I would have invested more on advertisement. I had very limited resources when I started the business. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't think I could do much differently, honestly. Even like my van, I bought my van. I didn't pay cash. I put down payment. I got the van. And I needed to build the framing and other stuff, and then all these cool guys with like H2O, they make some incredible setups, amazing, but I couldn't afford. So I ended up building my own because I can weld. Also.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you. You're a man of many talents.
Yeah, well, I'm like I said in the beginning, I'm a DIYer type of guy. I can actually tear an engine apart and put it back together with no problem.
Wow.
My actual dream, if I could extend the automobile industry and business, would be like to work on like rebuilding hypercars.
Oh,
I don't know if you ever saw a YouTuber very famous. He's Matt Armstrong.
I don't think
Have you ever
so.
heard about him?
No,
No.
I don't think
He's
so.
a massive YouTuber. He has more than 6 million subscribers.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look him up
He
now.
rebuilds hypercars.
Okay.
So that's something that I actually would be very interested in doing.
Wow. So rebuilding and then detailing them.
Yeah, take a look.
What keeps you motivated, Jackson? What keeps you going?
That's a very simple answer.
I love
my
it.
wife and my kids. That's pretty much it. They are they're my muscles. They keep me motivated physically, spiritually. I do everything for them, honestly. For me, it's all about all I need from them is their love. So and they give me every day. Yeah. So
are your it's 2 boys, correct?
Yes, I have one who turned just 7 on February 3rd, and then a 4-year-old turning 5 on August. So.
I love it. Are they interested at all in cars or detailing? Are you going to extend that, knowledge?
We actually started a YouTube channel for them.
Did you? Oh my goodness! You're going to have to let me know what it is.
And we posted a video where they washed their electric Jeep.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's so funny. I have a video on mine with my son washing his little 4-wheel electric car.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The younger one is more interested than the older one, but
Okay.
isn't it fun, right?
It
When
is.
the kids
It
are
is
like
fun. I love
engaged.
it. Yes. My 7-year-old is really the only one interested. My older kids are not so much. My 7-year-old thinks it's pretty cool though. If I give him like a little spray bottle with something in it, soap or whatever, and a microfiber and a hose, if he can use the hose or the pressure washer, he thinks that's amazing. So I love that. Jackson,
You are in California, right, Christine?
I am in California. So we're not that far.
One of the these days, maybe we can details a car together.
Yeah, we'll have to do some kind of collab or something. Only if you agree to cook. Nice. If you agree to cook, then
absolutely. I'm gonna make a Brazilian barbecue.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Jackson, where can people find you on YouTube? Pristine. It's at
Pristine Auto Lab. That's the handle. Good. Yeah.
Very good.
My website, pristineautolab.com. And yeah, that's pretty much it. On Instagram, it's pristine_auto_lab.
Okay. Yeah. I'll make sure that we put those links in the description so that people can find your channel. And if they're ever in the Vegas area, tell them to give you a call.
Yeah. Hit me up. Let's detail some car together. Or if you have any questions about, I don't know, if you want to learn something or teach me something, because I'm always willing to learn things. I'm not just a one-way street, always both ways, right?
I love it.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This has been such an awesome conversation. I've learned so much, and hopefully I can have you on again in the future. So thank you.
Oh, Christy, yes. Hopefully next time we can try it live. I was a little nervous. I was like first time,
Yeah.
But no, thank you so much for having me. The entire Thor family, you guys, for the trust, it's a grind, to get to many places that we want to be, and to have some people start trusting you, and then willing to wanted to learn more about you. It's you don't find in many places. So yeah, I am forever grateful for that. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And for those who are starting today, guys, take the chance, go for it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you again. And you guys, I will catch you on the next one. Bye.